Alright, YouTubers, welcome back. My name's Dave. Like always. And you found do it yourself, do it right. Well, got my Common Motors hat on. For those of you that are new and that haven't been catching up or haven't seen any of my other videos, that means that I'm gonna work on an old bike. You know, Common Motors, they sell parts for old bikes, and that's what we're gonna be working on. We're working on that one right there. It's actually kind of funny that you know, I teased this video in a previous video, link to that one around here somewhere, and those parts actually came from 4 into 1, so you know, it is what it is. So anyways, today you know, there was just something that stuck out on this bike that I didn't like, and you know, I figured I had to change them, and you know, link to that video that I pointed those out around here also, and that's the rear shocks. The rear shocks on this bike, you know, they stuck out like a sore thumb after I painted the bike. I mean, just look at those things. I mean, seriously, blue springs. I don't know where those came from, but I got a new set in. They're black, and let's switch them out. Now, I don't normally do too many unboxing videos and show, you know, myself unboxing stuff. That's not really my gig, but I figured I'd go ahead and show you guys this. You know, obviously, this is the box. These are the shocks with the part numbers. You can see them. If it focuses, man. Anyways, you know, 4 into 1. They're out of California. They ship pretty quickly. They said they're going through something, and it, you know, took a little bit extra time. I don't know if they're moving warehouses or whatnot, but it says right on their website when you order stuff. But anyways, back to the shocks. We're gonna open them up. They're packaged pretty nice. I mean, they're not anything super special, but you know, they're packaged all right. You know, here's the spacers, the bushings, I should say, not spacers, and the washers for each one. And then here's the shock. I don't know if I can get it out one-handed. Come on out of there. So there it is. It's just your normal typical Honda shock. Nothing too crazy. I put a set of these on my CB360. They're black, but with the silver or chrome, I guess you'd say, spring. You know, link to that video with that motorcycle around here. They come. This set of shocks come with the adjusting tool, wrench, whatever you want to call it. So you know, you can adjust them. You know, because most people do. I usually just sit on the bike, jump up and down, do the springs work, take it for a ride, and you know, adjust from there. Not that big a deal, pretty easy. You know, if you like a softer or more tough ride, harder, stiffer, whatever ride, you know, you can adjust it from there. And that's basically what's in the box. We'll get both of them out. There they are, side by side. Now, there were a couple other things in that box that I alluded to in a previous video, and that's these guys here, and those are fork seals. You know, I noticed the fork seals were leaking in another video, you know, the electrical gremlin video, link to that around here. If you know, you're getting the point that there's a lot of videos on this little XL 175. That was the point of me actually buying the bike, so you guys could see, you know, kind of the process of buying an old vintage bike, and then what you got to prepare yourself for, you know, try and bring one of these things back to life. And you can see I have a clutch right here that I still have not been able to put on. You know, I gotta make time to take that clutch apart, and to do that I need to be able to put the bike on the tire. And as you can see, there's no tire, and there's no tire because it's actually at the shop getting a new one installed, so I can actually ride this bike on the road. So yeah, let's go ahead and put these shocks on the bike. Now this is probably one of the easiest things to change out. I mean, it's literally 2 bolts on each shock. Now if you can't do that on a vintage bike or on any bike, then you probably shouldn't be trying to fix up a bike. I mean, it's literally this bolt, that bolt. You take the bolts out, you pull the shock out, you put the new one in, and you're just gonna have to, you know, figure out which bushing is the best for your application here and down there, because you're, you know, top and bottom. And you just take your bolt, slide it through the bushing, see which one fits the best. They're all different sizes. The holes in here are all different sizes, and you just slam it back in there, and you tighten it back down. That's really all there is to it. It's nothing more. It's nothing more than that. It's actually so easy that I didn't even think that I wanted to make a video on it, but I figured since I've taken everybody along with the rest of this bike, why not show you guys the shock replacement. So you know, let's get to it. You just find a wrench, fits it, take your bolt out. Now I'll do one at a time, so you know your swing arm doesn't fall down, and then you got to wrestle around with that. Just do one at a time. There's a bolt, and we're very tight, so it's not you know, this isn't rocket scientist, not rocket scientry. We're not putting a man on the moon. We're just taking 2 bolts out, just like that. The other bolt is out. Now they are different sizes, so make sure you keep you know, top to bottom. And there you have it, folks. That's all she wrote. Shock is out. Now you just get your bushings, open your package up. This might be the hardest part of the whole process of opening up the packaging. Dump them all out so they go rolling all over the place, and you just fit them. Well, that's a little bit too big. That's a little bit too big. Oh, ding, ding, ding. We have a wiener. 2 wieners, actually. Now, I usually take the bolt and use the bolt to push the bushing in. You can, you know, lube them up a little bit. Get some lubrication on there and slide it in. Slide the bushing. Yep, slide the bushing in. Oh, yep. Oh man. Yep. That actually might be too tight by the time I push the bushing in. Oh, there we go. Just pop it out. There we go. Look at that. Pretty easy. Do the same thing. Spit on it. Give her some lube. You know, if I wasn't lazy, I'd go over there and get some of the Vaseline and put it on there, but my spit's closer. And then I wipe it off on my pants, my shirt, my hat. And yeah, these aren't any kind of directional or anything, so now you just put it back up in there. And just like that, I'm gonna have to loosen Yep. So, let me show you something. Bring you in real quick. Now this shock is a tad bit longer than this one. So what I'm gonna have to do is, I'm gonna have to take the shock off on that side, let the swing arm go down and put it in that way. So then they're both the same, the same length. Alright, got the other one off, as you can see, because it's not there and it's on the ground there. Now it's just as easy as bringing this down, lining the hole up, sliding your bolt through. I am going to throw a washer on it, even though the bolts didn't have washers. The kit came with a washer, so why not throw a washer on there? It can't hurt. Doesn't, it's not going to do anything. I probably should put a lock washer on there because they were a little bit looser than they probably should have been, but that's something I guess I just need to keep checking after I ride. So notice I didn't tell you the size of that bolt, size of the wrench that I had to use in it, and that's because I think if you have an XL that hasn't been blown apart and put back together with spare parts, like this one, your bolt's probably going to be a different size. This one is actually, I know it's not the right one. It's a 3/4 wrench that I'm using, but it is a metric thread pitch, so it is a metric. It's weird. I don't know unless like a 14 or a 15 would work. I didn't even check. I just grabbed a wrench and tried it. Didn't realize that it was a 3/4. But anyways, I digress. Let's go ahead and throw this back together. Got my, all right, yeah, just hopefully it doesn't fall off the jack, my pancake jack. Alrighty, now I'm just gonna get the bolt started. I don't want to tighten it all the way down yet. I just want to get it started. Which it started. And now let's get the one on the bottom. Don't forget to throw a washer on there. And let's get that one. Basically, I'm just pushing on the bolt head and turning it with the wrench at the same time. Nothing special. There you go, it started. You can see it coming through. I can feel it coming through over here. With this, I'm just gonna give her, a couple of ooga doogas, a couple of little, and that's it. I'm gonna tighten her down. Try not to scrape off the black paint because they're new. Why not keep them a little nice? And 1, 2, 3 ooga doogas, and it's tight. Knock some of the dust off from it. And there you have it, folks. That's the shock. Looks looks much better than this one. This has actually got air in it, and I'm sure they're probably decent shocks, but they just maybe someday if I have a blue bike, or whenever I get the blue CB360 up here, maybe those blue shocks will go on there, because those shocks on that bike, they're probably pretty whooped also. They're they're original 360 shocks. And as you can see, like, here you go. These are the shocks I just put on. And let me show you the shocks that I got on my Cafe Racer or Brat style bike, whatever you want to call it. It's basically the same. These are a little dirty. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the other side on. It's the same thing, bolts, bushings, shove them in there, tighten them down. Pretty simple. And just like that, another little project completed. And it looks 35% better, maybe 40. I'm gonna go with 45 actually. I think it looks much better. You know, I'm trying to get the black and the gray going together. You know, eventually, once I can take this front tire off, that's gonna get painted black also. The rear tire is gonna get painted black as well. So it's gonna be black, black, and now we have black and gray and black. So yeah, it's this little bike is coming along. You know, it's starting to grow on me. You know, the looks, the color that I chose. So yeah, it's coming along for a little bike, little project. And you know, like I said, that's what I wanted it for. Show you guys the process of working on an old bike on a teeny little budget. You know, I might have, I don't know, maybe I might have $400 in parts in this bike right now. So I mean, that's pretty inexpensive to take a bike that wasn't running, you couldn't ride, and to bring back around to being streetable. Ride it on the street, it's gonna be safe, it's gonna go down the road, and you know, that's, you know, you can't complain, because technically, really, you can't even buy a pedal bike for $400 anymore. Seriously, like my Cannondale right there. It's a piece of junk. I don't like it, but I still paid $600 or $700 for it. And you know, so I'm gonna have a running, riding, driving, you know, motorcycle that I could take in the dirt. And it's really, you know, it's cost me $400 in parts. Now it costs me more to buy the bike, obviously, but you know, all in all, I'm not gonna have $2,000 into this motorcycle that I can ride up and down the road. And I think that's I don't know, I think that's pretty worth it. You know, $2 grand to be on a bike, having fun, wind in your face, in your hair, you know, blowing your hair around. You know, you can't beat that. 2,000 bucks, you know, never ever. So that's gonna do it for this quick shock change little project. Knock something out. You know, day's nice day. Why not get out in the garage, do some wrenching? You know, get out there, wrench on your own stuff. You know, if you don't have one, look on Facebook Marketplace. You can find them. They're out there. They're all over the place. Pick something up, get some wrenches, get some tools, get some parts, and you know, it's just too much fun. So yeah, like I said, it's gonna do it for this video. Like you guys do at the end of all my videos, like, tag, share, follow, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you guys know when a video gets dropped. And those videos come out every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, you know, like always, till next time, thanks a lot.